Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated Journato evening headlines on September 23, 2022. Swiss to vote in national poll on banning factory farming. Iranians rage against the regime is watching world weighs response. Forever chemicals detected in all umbilical cord blood in 40 studies. Dozens of migrants killed as boat sinks off Syrian coast. BBC, scores dead in worst sinking of migrant boat from Lebanon in recent years. The Guardian, more than 70 dead as Lebanese migrant ship sinks off Syrian coast. The Washington Post, families mourn as at least 71 die on Lebanon migrant boat. Reuters, death toll climbs to 61 after migrant boat sinks off Syria. Head teacher who groomed dozens of children on social media jailed. BBC, British head teacher who groomed 131 children worldwide jailed for 20 months. Sky News, British head teacher groomed at least 131 children around world using social media. The Independent, head teacher from Merseyside jailed for messages grooming at least 131 children worldwide. St Helens Star, British head teacher groomed at least 131 children worldwide using social media. Alan Miller, lethal injection execution of triple murderer called off because Alabama officials couldn't find a vein in time. Sky News, Alabama suspends execution after inmate demands novel way to die. The Independent, Alabama execution of Alan Miller called off over time and medical concerns. Shropshire Star, Alabama asks U.S. Supreme Court to let it carry out execution. How Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez inadvertently sparked the New York Attorney General's Trump lawsuit. The Independent, Letitia James and Donald Trump's history of clashes. BBC, Donald Trump accused of inflating value of Scottish golf resorts. STV News, as Trump's legal woes mount, so do financial pressures on him. Palestinian anger at possible UK Jerusalem embassy move. BBC, Liz Truss could follow Trump and move UK embassy to Jerusalem. The Guardian, UK's Truss reviews location of British embassy in Israel. Reuters UK, Truss considers moving British embassy in Israel to Jerusalem. The Times, Liz Truss tells Israel, UK could move embassy to Jerusalem. Russia has committed war crimes in Ukraine, say UN investigators. The Guardian, UN rights experts cite signs of war crimes in Ukraine. The Independent, investigation chief says Russia committed war crimes in Ukraine. Reuters, video, UN inquiry finds Russia has committed war crimes in Ukraine. The New York Times, Russia has committed war crimes in Ukraine, including executions and sexual violence, says UN. Silvio Berlusconi, ex-PM defends Russian war on eve of Italian election. Sergei Lavrov calls Zelensky BD and walks out of UN meet amid collective condemnation of Russia. The Independent, I'm not surprised, cleverly reacts to Lavrov walkout at UN Security Council. Guardian News, Foreign Secretary James cleverly calls on countries to reject Putin's sham referenda in Ukraine. Sky News, Politico UN playbook, Security Council showdown, Norway is a gas, winning the PR battle. Politico Europe, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov walks out of UN meeting after defending war in Ukraine. Weather tracker, storms batter Alaska, Caribbean and Japan. The Guardian, Biden says US will do everything we can to aid Puerto Rico amid aftermath of Hurricane Fiona. The Independent, medical device makers see little impact from Fiona on Puerto Rico operations. Reuters Canada, Bermuda and Canada brace for Fiona as Puerto Rico counts cost. The Guardian, Hurricane Fiona to hit Canada. Referendums on joining Russia underway in occupied Ukraine. The Guardian, sham referendums on joining Russia underway in occupied parts of Ukraine. CNN, referendums begin in Russian-occupied areas of Ukraine. The Times, Russia-Ukraine war, Ukraine condemns propaganda show, as voting begins in occupied areas. The Guardian, Moscow held regions of Ukraine vote on whether to join Russia. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.